At center, a 6'5" senior, number 53, Jeremy Edmondson. At forward, a 6'5" senior, number 41, David Petting. At forward, a 6'3" senior, number 13, Matt Eggers. Ames High is coached by Vance Downs and assistant coach Harry Chestnut. And now here is your starting lineup for Ames. At guard, a 6-foot senior, number 22, James Taves. At guard, a 5'11" senior, number 40, David Huey. At guard, a 6'2" junior, number 34, Jordan Gilmore. At forward, a 6'3" junior, number 32, Austin Arnott. At center, a 6'10" senior, number 54, Ross Marsden. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please stand for our national anthem, performed tonight by Ames High senior, Trisha Stubbs.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, we're so gallantly streaming, and the rockets right there, the most bursting in air, gave proof through the night, let our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
By the way, Trisha is a junior, as you all know. Ross Marsden with the basket. Assist from Arnott. Basket by Matt Eggers. David Huey hits for Ames.
Had some technical difficulties now, but we are back in business for the nightcap of our doubleheader. Petting, the leading scorer for the Rail Splitters, puts up a 3 on the left side. Air ball, but the putback is there for Lewis Fondren.
Well, the Ames crowd all over Petting there, their leading scorer, when he missed that shot, but the follow was right there and that quieted him right down.
Side up at 4 is your score. Here comes Arnott on a drive, puts up a touch shot up and in, off Austin Arnaud. Tough move there, strong move by Arnaud, puts the ball on the floor, puts it up and in. Over 2 Lincoln defenders, gives the Little Cyclones back a lead at 6-4. Jeff Stocker running the point, shakes off Taze, knocks him to the floor. His jumper from the free throw line up, no good. We have a loose ball foul on the rebound. Looks like that's on Austin Arnaud. That is his first foul of the game. First team foul for the Little Cyclones.
Foul is on Arnaud, his first.
He put his defender on the floor. That was an excellent move by the point guard.
Inbounds to Eggers now. Underneath to Jeremy Edmondson. Edmondson back out to Eggers on the right wing. Working it around, looking for his point guard, Stocker. He now has it. Ball goes to the floor. Scrapping for it, did he and Taze go, but he gets it back up, gets it into Fondren, who lost the handle on it and came back down with it. And that'll be a traveling violation.
Well, quick hands making that good defensive play there for the Little Cyclones. Getting involved and getting traveling calls.
6-4 is your score. Gilmore brings it across the court, gives it to Marsden outside the arc. Now to Arnaud. Now back to Gilmore on the right wing, looking at inside to Marsden. Now gets it into it. Immediately at the double team, but Ross goes right up over him and puts it in.
I tell you what, if they're not looking for that every time, I don't know what they're looking for.
Well, the double team was there, just wasn't enough for Ross with a strong move that time. 8-4 is your score now in favor of the Little Cyclones. Stocker with it on the right wing, now picks up his dribble, being hounded by James Taze. Now to Fondren on the right side. Now gives it back to Petting, who hears the airball chant from the crowd again, but gives it back off to Stocker. Now to Fondren, almost has it taken away by Jordan Gilmore. Nice D by Gilmore, but that time they caught him with a reach as he tried to go back in for it.
Well, the Little Cyclones trying to cause some disruption here on the
Foul is on Jordan Gilmore, his
with
first.
their hands right now, though. You need to get in a better position to make those plays.
Both teams going to their bench now here early. Charlie Phillips checking in, replaces Fondren into the Lincoln lineup, and we have Ryan Cadis and Eric Bunker checking in for the Little Cyclones. Jordan Gilmore and David Mewey will take a seat. Off the stack, inbounds play. Stocker has it for Lincoln. Takes it back into his backcourt, now pushes it ahead against Taze. Gives it off to Petting on the left wing. Now back up top to Edmondson. Now Stocker gets it back. Now Petting as Lincoln moves the ball and rotates quickly on offense. Now back to Stocker. Stocker to Phillips. Phillips gets it in the corner to Eggers. Puts it on the floor.
Defense right here. It's the Little Cyclones picking it up and back.
And Stocker working his way around Taze. Now gets it into the corner. 3 ball on the way. No, make it a long 2 from Phillips. No good. Rebound to Arnaud. Little Cyclones take control of the offensive set now. Again, James Taze bringing it into the front court, running the point with Gilmore on the bench. Mewey now gets it to Arnaud. Strong move on the baseline. Puts it up over 2 guys. Rebound tapped around and finally gets it back out to Arnaud, and he was fouled as he goes back in.
Well, there was a couple of fouls on that play. Both teams got
Foul is on Charlie Phillips, his first.
His first, that is the first on the team. And we have a 3 on the way from Cadis. That was no good. Rebound, fought for Arnaud. Boy, he is scrapping to start this game. Gets the offensive rebound, puts it back up, no good, but he was fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot a pair.
Foul on Eggers, his
That
first.
foul goes to Eggers. That is his first and second on Lincoln. Arnaud going to the line. He's got 2, looking to double that. 8-4 is your score. 3:41 to go here in the first quarter of play. Free throw up and good for Arnaud. Nothing but net. Good looking free throw. At the scorer's table, looking to check in for Arnaud if he makes his second free throw. And he does, and he'll take a seat. 10-4 is your score in favor of the Little Cyclones. Up, check that. That is Nick Litweiler, who is now checked into the ball game for Ames High.
Pretty frenetic pace to start this game right here. A lot of up and down, a lot of scrapping for some loose balls. Pretty exciting for the first 4 minutes.
And the Little Cyclones already out to a half-dozen-point lead. 10-4 is your score. Petting puts the ball on the floor, now pulls up. 18-footer, knocked it down.
David Petting hits for the rails.
Shook off his defender and made a great shot from the elbow.
Nice-looking fadeaway from Petting. He's on the board for the first time. 10-6 now is your score. Cadis puts the ball on the floor for the Little Cyclones. Now picks it up, looking to get it to Marsden. Does. Marsden working against the double team. As always, puts it up. Wild shot off the top of the backboard as he tried to slip under that double team. And they did that time as he was unable to split the defense and get a good shot off, and he sent it out of bounds. Back comes Stocker, the point guard now, leaves it off on the left side for Kyle Newman, who's in the game for Lincoln. Newman not sure what to do with it now. Finds his point guard Stocker once again, who gets it back on the right wing. And back to Newman. Now we got Petting, and we got to have a foul coming as Ryan Cadis ran over the pick.
Well, his defense, he never saw that coming. He was going full speed. There was an excellent hit by the defense, or by the offensive man. And good call by the official.
First foul to Cadis, the third for the Little Cyclones. In comes Stocker now, pulls up with a shot at the elbow, off the mark, rebound taken down by Bunker. Check that, Whitweiler with the rebound. Tays with the ball into the front court now, being guarded by Phillips. He gets it off to Cadis on the left wing. Now to Marsden, top of the key. Back to Tays. Tays puts it on the floor, loses his balance, falls down, recovers, but the pass is taken away by Stocker. Stocker gets it ahead to Phillips all the way, had to put it up soft to get it over Marsden, no good. Another follow shot, no good. Rebound there, tied up by Bunker, and he's tied up. And no, we got a reach. We have a reach, and Newman can't believe it. He thought he had him tied up, but Joel Oswald right there to call the reach. Charlie Phillips had a tough shot, simply the fact it was Ross Marsden with that wingspan. Now Tays, a three, right side, good. James Tays, his first shot of the night. He's been hot from three so far in this young season, and he knocks down another one to give the Little Cyclones a 7-point advantage, 13-6, with under 2 minutes to go. Lincoln working it inside now to, that was Edmondson, a nice move up and under over Ross Marsden, and he puts it in 13-8 your score. Bunker has it on the right side. Now Ross Marsden tries a 17th goal, nothing but the net. The big boy showing the range. Stocker now trying to slow things down and calls the offense, bringing it across the timeline. He gives it off to Phillips on the left wing. Newman has it, almost taken away there by Bunker, and shot off the mark by Phillips, but gets his own long rebound, and Stocker has it again at the top of the key. Stocker setting up the Lincoln offense, off to Newman on the left wing. Now to Phillips. Phillips looking against Bunker, picks up his dribble, gives it off to Petting. Petting dribbles it off his foot into the backcourt, and we'll have an over and back violation.
That is not one for that young man's highlight reel. When you dribble it off your own hand,
Right, back it goes to the Little Cyclones with 59.2 ticks to go here in the first quarter. 15-8 is your score. Into the game now for the Little Cyclones. Back in is number 20, Chris Voss, triggering things inbounds. And a shot on the mark by Cadis, off the mark that is, and the rebound taken away by Lincoln. Back into the front court comes the Rail Splitters. Fondren now has it on the left side, working against Gilmore. Looking for some help as he picks up his dribble and takes steps. Another turnover forced by the Little Cyclone defense. Getting after it on the defensive end to start this ball game. 15-8 your score, 33.7 seconds to go in the first quarter. Looks like we may be holding for one shot here for the Little Cyclones. Chris Voss with it, being hounded by Fondren. He gives it off to Arnaud. Arnaud comes back out, gives it to Gilmore, the point guard, as we head under 20 seconds to play in the quarter. Got to Cadis. Cadis back out to Voss, top of the key. Now to Gilmore on the right side. 10 seconds to play in the first quarter. Gilmore in no hurry. They are holding for one. Gives it to Arnaud as he heads to 5. Arnaud a long way from the basket with only 3 seconds left. Now he pulls up 17-footer off the mark. Rebound, no good. As we head to the end of the first quarter, 15-8 your score. You're listening to Inside Little Cyclone Basketball on 1430 KASI. Okay, am I cutting out completely? In a very aggressive, very hard-fought first quarter play so far, but Ames able to get the advantage.
Not much scoring in that first quarter, but certainly a lot of work by both teams.
Petting triggers the ball inbounds to the new point guard is Bailey Johnson, I believe that is. Now it is number 13, Matt Eggers with it. Now Petting has it. Elbow shot, good by Petting. Ames working it back into the front court. Jordan Gilmore running the point for the Little Cyclones. Gilmore puts it on the floor, gives it to Tays, top of the key. Tays puts it on the floor, now to Buick. Buick back to Gilmore. Gilmore calling out the offense for Ames High. Gilmore backs it way back out. Running their motion offense are the Little Cyclones. Dewey comes back out top of the key, gets it up to Taze on the right side. Try to get it into Marston, couldn't find it, and gives it back to Mewey. Now Taze, another three, right wing, got it again. A smooth stroke by James Taze. He's got 2 threes, 6 points. The lead is 18-10 in favor of the Little Cyclones. Into the right corner now for Lincoln. That must be Bailey Johnson. I don't see a 35 on my roster, but that's who has the ball. Now back to Petting on the top of the key. He leaves it back off for Eggers. Eggers spins in the lane, leaves it off to Chris Cutler. Now a three from Petting, no good. Rebound fought for, controlled by Lincoln. Petting gets the ball now, puts it up on the baseline, pulls up shot, no good. Right there for the follow is Lincoln, no good. Rebound tapped around, and taken away, the long rebound by Arnott. It's him against Petting, and he takes it all the way in and lays it in. Austin Arnott with a great hustle on the fast break.
What a move by Arnott to get that ball poked away from the offensive player. Take it.
Timeout, Lincoln.
And Mike Swain does not like what he sees right now and calls a 30-second timeout. I think we have the clock issue finally settled now. It is 5:23 to go here in the first half. And now we need to figure out who has the ball.
Maybe we got some gremlins running around the gym tonight. That's what we're probably about.
I think so. Maybe some sunspots or something. Causing some problems for everyone. Ross Marsden and Austin Arnaud, 6 points apiece. Also 6 points for James Taze on a pair of threes. Getting things started for the Little Cyclones. Now we're back in action. And now we agree that 6:20 is the time on the clock and ticking down as Lincoln works in their offensive set. Matt Eggers gives the ball to Petting. Petting puts it on the floor against Mewey. Pulls up, shot from the elbow, good. Nice looking fade away from Petting. He's got 6:20 to 12 as your score. 6 minutes to go here in the first half. Gilmore with it on the right wing, gives it to Arnott in the lane. Puts the ball on the floor, loses his grip on it, and has it taken away by Lincoln. Now knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the rails.
Well, Lincoln came up and played some strong defense on that. They had 3 men around the ball when Arnott went too much defense.
Stocker calling out the offense now as he heads into the front court for Lincoln. Leaves it off for Edmondson on the right wing. Edmondson now, no check that, that's Eggers. Puts it on the floor, gives it back to Petting. The offense goes through him. Petting now to Edmondson. Back to Eggers. Eggers getting a little room from Arnott on the wing. Not much of a shooter there as Eggers gets it back down to Petting as Petting drives in and gets the ball back on the top of the key. Now Eggers has it. Gives it back to Edmondson. Lincoln taking their time on this possession. Petting goes behind the back, now puts it on the floor. Finds Stocker in the drive and dish. Now Stocker brings it back. Long possession here for Lincoln. Ames doing a nice job denying open looks to the basket. Now Stocker gets a look from 3. It's up and good. Patience. Displaying patience on the offensive end was Lincoln. Ross Marsden with it now back on the top of the key. Gives it off to Taze on the right wing. Now back to Gilmore. Gilmore to Muir. Mewey looking for Marsden, now finds it. Brings it off the top of the key. Nice pass inside to Arnaud, but it was kicked on the way there. It'll stay with the Little Cyclones.
A little bit surprised in the second quarter that the Little Cyclones have gone away from Ross Marsden. I think it's going to be something that's really easy for them to work all night long. And I don't know if it's been the defense by Lincoln or the offense not taking advantage of an opportunity.
Jordan Gilmore with an opportunity, a wide open 3 there, and this is off the mark. David Mewey tracks down the rebound out of Taze. Gilmore gets another look. 3, right wing, no good. Rebound fought for in control by Lincoln. Ross Marsden, even with his long wingspan, couldn't quite get out and get a hand on that rebound. And Stocker brings it into the front court for the Rails. Edmondson now has it about 20 feet out from the basket and gives it to Eggers. Jump shot from the elbow, no good. Rebound now back to Taze. Taze slows things down, gives it to Gilmore on the right wing. Now to Arnott. Arnott takes a look at a 3, no good. Rebound, nice job blocking out Marsden there, but Arnott fights his way back into the rebound, and Arnott will go to the line to shoot 2 on the putback.
Good work by Arnott to pick up that easy rebound on
Stocker.
Charge that foul to Stocker. That's his first. That is the 3rd team foul on the Rails. Arnott to the line to shoot 2. Boy, Edmondson did a nice job blocking out Ross Marsden on the offensive rebound attempt. But didn't allow Arnott to come in from the back door and get position on the rebound of his own. His first free throw is off the mark. 20-15 is your score. 4:04 to go here in the first half. Arnaud's second free throw. Rattles in and out, and skying for the rebound that time was Matt Eggers.
He got up there and took that one down. There was no doubt about who was going to be bringing that one up the court.
Edmondson with it, finds Eggers underneath, now gets it back to Edmondson. Jump shot from the elbow, no good. Marsden with the rebound. Jordan Gilmore pushes it into the front court for the Little Cyclones. Gilmore to Arnaud. Finds Mewey in the corner, he's all alone. He'll take a long two. Air ball, rebound tracked down by Arnaud. Puts it up, strong spin move on the baseline, but no good.
Austin Arnaud looking at the culprit offensive foul the way he's playing.
Used a little bit of elbow to get some room. Stocker came away with the rebound, gets it into the front court. They find Petting on the baseline. His jump shot no good. Hayes with the rebound. We have a timeout on the floor. Vance now is calling the 30-second timeout. Wanted to have a little chat with his team as they've given up 5 straight points to the Lincoln Rail Splitters. 3:25 to go is the time on the clock here in the first half. 20 ball, no pressure, and gets it across the timeline. Mewey now with it on the left wing. Mewey holding, trying to find something inside, can't get it, now gives it to Gilmore, top of the key. Mewey holds on the left side again, now to Marsden as he flashes out top. Now Tays has it on the right side, being guarded much closer now after knocking down 2 threes. Gilmore jump shot on the left wing is good. Jordan Gilmore gets Ames' first bucket in a while and extends the lead back out to 22-15. First point in almost 4 minutes for the Little Cyclones. Eggers kicks it back out to Stocker on the right side for Lincoln. Stocker now brings it back out up top, being guarded by Tays. Picks up his dribble, gives it to Edmondson. Edmondson looking for his help, now finds Fondren. Fondren back to Stocker on the right side. Petting on the bench, trying to find another offensive option right now, are Lincoln, and not finding any good shots. Good defense by the Little Cyclones. Now Eggers gets free and knocks down the jumper. Now we have the real Bailey Johnson into the ball game for the Lincoln Rail Splitters. Number 33, Bailey Johnson, checking into the ball game.
These are substitute players, still the mystery man.
We presume that's Bailey Johnson for Lincoln. James Tays now a long three, top of the key. 2 steps behind the arc, knocks it down. He's 3 for 3 from way downtown that time. Right back comes Stocker. His shot is no good. Here comes Gilmore. Gilmore looking to push the ball ahead for the Little Cyclones. Pulled up, gets it to Marsden. Now right back out, 3-pointer of his own. Left side, short. Rebound is taken away by Stocker of the Rails. James Tays on fire again tonight. 3 for 3 from behind the arc. 25-17 to score. Coming up on a minute and a half to play in the first half. Fondren with it on the right wing for Lincoln. Gets it inside Edmondson. He fakes a pass. Now a nice move and a jump shot by Edmondson. Knocks it down over Marsden.
Good move to get that shot up over the rim.
Back comes Mewey for Ames. To Arnaud. Back to Gilmore. Gilmore puts it on the floor and brings it back out. And a lazy pass taken away by Fondren. He's going to take it all the way with the left hand and lay it up and in. Nice anticipation of the pass by Lewis Fondren. A little lackadaisical on the pass, and back to a 4-point ball game. Lincoln right back at it with under a minute to play. Mewey with it on the right wing. Out of Marsden, top of the key, and we have a timeout on the floor. That's another 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here for that, and is the word I was searching for. 48.9 ticks to go here in the first half. Gilmore will trigger the inbounds pass, gets it off the Bunker in the corner, who has just checked back into the ball game. Cadis also Litweiler back into the lineup for the Little Cyclones. Litweiler has it on the top of the key, and he was fouled as he put the ball on the floor. Looks like that's going to be on number 21, Chris Cutler. That'll be his first, the 6th team foul
on Chris Cutler, his first.
for the Rails. Make that the 5th team foul on Lincoln. They still have 1 foul to give, but with just 37 seconds left, aren't likely to give it. Cadis gets the inbounds pass from Gilmore, gets it back to it. They come upon 30 seconds to play here in the first half. Bunker with it now. Little Cyclones might be holding for one last shot. Cadis on the right side, puts the ball on the floor, trying to get it to Litweiler inside, can't do it. Now skips it to Bunker. Bunker back to Gilmore, who pulls it back out as we head toward 15 seconds to play. Cadis gets it back, trying to find Litweiler again, can't do it, pulls up his dribble, gives it back to Gilmore. Gilmore shot on the way with 11 to go, hits it. A long 2 for Jordan Gilmore, he's got 4, the lead is 6. 5 seconds to go in the first half. Petting will come back and put up the last shot for Lincoln. He puts up a long 2, off the mark, too long. And we head to halftime, 27-21 is your score. Little Cyclone basketball right here on 1430 KASI. All right, we're going to switch headphones. Well, the double team, something Ross has been seeing throughout this young season, something he'll no doubt continue to see as this season progresses. We are underway for the second half of action in the second half of our doubleheader. Dan Welk, Matt James bringing you the action here on 1430 KASI. Jordan Gilmore has it on the right wing, puts the ball on the floor, try to get it inside to Arnaud, posting up, now pulls up for a three of his own, off the mark, rebound taken down by Stockard. Stockard slows up the pace a little bit here in the backcourt, being guarded by James Taves. Now gets it across to Petting puts it on the floor, pulls up for a 15-footer. That was a tough shot. I think Ross Marsden got a piece of it. And Marsden taking it on the fast break, the long pass, and he was fouled by Stockard.
Stockard really upset with that foul. I don't know if I can blame him because that ball was up in the air and he and Marsden was going for it. He was kind of in a worse position and he took the foul call, but good effort for Stockard. They're trying to get that ball away and stop an easy basket.
You can't like his chances in the jump ball against Ross Marsden, the point guard, against the 6', 10" center. Ames back with it in their offensive set in half-court play. Jordan Gilmore with the ball on the left wing, being guarded by Stockard. Now looking for Taves. Taves now goes back in motion as he brings it back out to the top of the key, does Gilmore. Now leaves it off for Taves on the right side, another three. This one ribs out. He is human. The first three missed by James Taves of the night. Stockard.
From a long ways away.
Another long three-point attempt. Stockard brings it back into the front court, leaves it off for Petting on the left side. Now to Eggers. Eggers thought about a shot, now gives it off to Edmondson. Edmondson tries a fadeaway over Marsden, and we're going to have an over-the-back foul on the rebound. Eggers went up over the back of Austin Arnaud.
Good pick up there. Most of the time on these rebounds have been
Eggers is second.
Eggers in there, and he got caught.
Just got a little bit up over the back of Austin Arnaud, did Eggers. And here comes Jordan Gilmore calling out the offense for the Little Cyclones. David Mewey left all alone on the left wing, doesn't think about the shot. Gives it to Arnaud, now back to Gilmore on the left wing. Back to Mewey. Arnaud trying to post up on the inside. They're collapsing on him now as Marsden flashes out to the top of the key. Mewey now back to Gilmore on the left. Marsden, as he comes out again, now tries a lob into Arnaud. Arnaud will go up strong with that and put it in. The hoop and the harm.
Knew exactly where he was on the floor and knew that he could draw that foul. Went up strong and got the basket.
Austin Arnaud certainly not as big as Ross Marsden is underneath, but very, very strong and very determined when he puts the ball on the floor and looks for the basket. And able to get the basket this time, and it will go to the free throw line. That foul charge to Eggers, that is his third, as he will take a seat. The third team foul already on the Lincoln Rail Splitters. No team fouls yet in the second half of the Little Cyclones. As Arnaud tries to convert on the three-point play. Free throw up and ribs out. Rebound to, that is Kyle Newman of Lincoln, who has just checked into the game, replacing Eggers. Now Stockard with it, gives it off to Edmondson. Edmondson to a mobile Petting. Petting puts it between his legs, being hounded by David Mewey. David Mewey giving up a lot of size to Petting, but really playing tough defense on the Lincoln Rails leading scorer. He flashes back out to the top of the key. Kyle Newman now has it being guarded by Arnaud. Kicks it off for Stockard. Now back to Petting. Petting shook Mewey that time and got a fadeaway, no good. Marsden right there with the rebound.
By David Mewey, though. He is getting beat up out there with all the picks and screens trying to get Petting.
And Lewis Fondra taking it away. Now ahead to Kyle Newman. A nice steal and a lay-in for the Rail Splitters.
Newman with the basket. Assist from Fondra.
Fondra just took it right away from Jordan Gilmore and got it into the front court for the breakaway layup. Really first fast break points for anybody on the night. Mewey now with it on the left side. Little Cyclones lead by a half a dozen. Jordan Gilmore's long two tries to add to that. Can't make it. And here comes Lincoln. 29-23 your score. 5 minutes, 12 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Stockard gives it to Edmondson. Finds Petting again, being followed by Mewey. And that was a tough shot. A 17-footer good by Petting. He really does like that fadeaway.
That's why he's leading the score.
A nice touch on the fadeaway. Now Marsden has it inside, kicks it back out to Mewey. Mewey's shot is good.
Mewey to Marsden and back to Mewey. Excellent play.
They got a good isolation on the two-man game on the left side there, Mewey and Marsden that time. And They're able to take advantage when the double team collapsed. 31-25 your score. Coming up on 4.5 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Ames leads it. Pettit puts the ball on the floor. Spin move over Mewey. Shot no good. Rebound there for Fondren. Leaves it off for Edmondson. He's got to look at a jumper good.
Finding that open man and moving it away from the double team.
Gilmore gets it into the front court to Mewey. Now Marsden working against that double team. Nice, finds the back door. Wide open for Jordan Gilmore, who lays it up and in.
That's what that's going to do for the little Cyclones. When they find Ross Marsden inside, if he will pass out of those double and triple teams, they're going to get some easy baskets.
And they don't come much easier than Jordan Gilmore got on that last possession. Petting now gets a look at a three for Lincoln. It hits. Smooth stroke on David Petting, and he knocks down the jumper. He's now got 11 points to lead the Rail Splitters. Mewey with it on the left side for Ames. Puts the ball on the floor, being guarded by Newman. Now for Jordan Gilmore. Gilmore gives it to Marsden. Lob inside for Arnaud, and he was fouled as he couldn't come down with it. Looks like that foul will be on Petting.
That's his first, and I guarantee the little Cyclones.
Fouls on Petting, his first.
33-30 your score. A tight ball game here as we move toward the latter half of the third quarter.
Chris Pepper check in for the Rails.
Ryan Cadis now back onto the floor for the Little Cyclones, along with Eric Bunker and Nick Whitweiler. Trio of substitutions for the Little Cyclones. Also a substitution with Charlie Phillips checking back in for Lincoln, and Ames promptly throws it away with the new lineup back on the floor.
Bunker and Marsden just weren't real sure about who was going to take it, and neither one of them decided to go for it.
Coming up on 3.5 minutes to play here in the third quarter. 33-30 is your score. Ames Little Cyclones getting all they can handle from Lincoln right now. A 3-point ball game. Petting with the ball on the top of the key now, puts it on the floor, challenges a triple team, lays it up and in. Counts the basket, and he was fouled. Tough move by Petting.
Basket by David Petting is good.
Foul goes to James Case. That's his first, just the first team foul on the Little Cyclones here in the second half. And Petting's free throw is off the mark. Rebound taken down by Whitweiler. What a night he's having. 13 points for Petting for Lincoln. Bunker now with it in the front court for Ames. Gives it to Marsden. Top of the key. Now to Taves. Now back to Bunker. Wide open on the arc, but passing up the shot. Gives it off to Cadis. Cadis back to Bunker. Again, not being guarded near the arc. Now Litweiler has it. Long two on the way. Off the mark. Rebound taken down by Stockton.
James Case gets within 5 feet of the arc, he's got a guy face guarding him. We don't want to see any more three-point shots from him.
1 point ball game. 33-32 is your score. Under 3 minutes to play here in the third quarter. We have a foul, a whistle away from the basketball. It is on Petting. That is his second. That is just the 15th foul.
Foul is on Petting.
But they do just have now one foul to give with 2:47 to go here in the third quarter. And the ball goes back to the Little Cyclones on the offensive foul away from the ball.
This foul situation is tough on the beams for Lincoln at this point. It is a close game, but that is something that makes it really tough on them.
Ross Marsden getting his first rest of the ball game. Now Austin Arnaud comes back into the game to take his spot. The Little Cyclones going to the smaller lineup. Arnaud taking it all the way in, and he was fouled on the floor. He got a hard foul there. Not a foul, but took a hard shot as he put the ball up after the whistle.
Well, Arnaud for some reason went to the continuation of the basket and caused a lot of
Foul is on Chris Pepper, his second.
Foul is on the floor. Ames will take it out under their own basket. 21, the foul, Chris Cutler. That is his second and 16th foul, so the Little Cyclones will be shooting free throws the rest of the way. Bunker with it on the top of the key, gives it up to Cadis. Jumper right side, no good. Arnaud tried to fight for the rebound, but it is taken away by Chris Cutler of Lincoln. Lincoln pushing it ahead now with the ball. Down by one, three-pointer on the way from Stocker. Rattles around, no good. Rebound taken out of there by Charlie Phillips with a long offensive rebound. Now Cutler goes with a long two. No good. Rebound by Arnaud. Arnaud comes down looking to run. Taking it all the way to the basket himself, puts it up. And we have an offensive foul on Austin Arnaud. Ames fans, Ames coaching staff, Austin himself do not like to call, but he may have been a little bit out of control. That's just the second team foul of the second half. That may also have been part of it, that 6-2 team foul. As Charlie Phillips knocks down a three-pointer to give Lincoln a lead. 35-33 to score, a minute 54 to go in the third quarter. Timeout on the floor. You're listening to Ames High Basketball. 35-33 now. Des Moines Lincoln with a 2-point lead, a very physical ball game as we head under 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Ames trying to recover a dry spell of scoring here. Another dry spell, another little run by Lincoln. Try to get back into the lead of this ball game. Ross Marsden back on the court now for the Little Cyclones with David Mewey, who now has the ball. We got another whistle away from the basket, another offensive foul. I think they got Arnaud again. That's going to be his third. And Arnaud can't believe it. Seems like about every whistle we've seen tonight, Arnaud's been on one end or the other. I agree. Charlie Phillips with the ball back top of the key, gives it off to Ross Marsden. Fell down, and Edmondson's got to look at the basket, and Arnaud came over to help, and I think he just picked up his fourth foul. Also Arnaud to take his feet. Edmondson goes to the free throw line. Looks like it's Taves and Litweiler getting set to check back in. Little Cyclones. Ready here in the third quarter. Little Cyclones in control of this game in the first half. We've seen their lead being shipped away by Lincoln. And Lincoln taking back over him. Ross Marsden pulls down the rebound. He's fouled right away. Chris Cutler tried to reach in and got a little too much of Ross. They're going to walk down and shoot free throws on a loose ball foul. As Chris Cutler will sit down with his third foul. Well, he won't sit down, but he does have 3 fouls. But Ross Marsden will walk down to the other end and shoot a 1-and-1 for the Little Cyclones.
The next 9 minutes of this game could get awfully long if this is the way the fouls are going to go. With the Cyclones in the bonus with a minute 17 left.
Marsden's first free throw is up and good. His first point since very early in this ball game. He's now got 7 in the game. Second free throw from Ross, rims in, and he now has 8, and it's back to a 1-point ball game, 35-36. The Little Cyclones score by 1, coming up on a minute 10 to play here in the third quarter. Charlie Phillips with the ball, being hounded by Jordan Gilmore, now gives it up to Cutler. Cutler being guarded by Litweiler with the Ames student section, starts to get into the game on the defensive end. Fondren's shot from the left side up, no good, rebound tapped around and taken down by Marsden. Here comes Ames, pushing it back into the front court. Jordan Gilmore with the basketball. He pulls it back out, sets up the offense, gives it now to Taves on the right wing. Now back to Marsden, top of the key. Mewey on the left side, looking for Litweiler inside. Now gives it back to Gilmore. Gilmore drives, pulls up a 10-footer. No good. Rebound taken out by Lincoln. Here comes Stocker, now slowing things down for Lincoln. Lincoln in no hurry. I believe they're going to hold for one last shot here as we head under 30 seconds to go in the quarter. Fondren with it on the right side, now gives it back to Edmondson, top of the key. Now to Stocker. Stocker being guarded by Taves, got to move as the count was on. He now gives it to Edmondson, 15 seconds to play in the quarter. 35-36 to score. Now 10 seconds as Phillips backs it back out. Now Cutler has it. 5 seconds to play. He drives all the way in, and he is going to be called for the offensive foul, I do believe. Great position by Mewey. No free throws on the charge, but that is the 4th foul on Cutler. 3.1 seconds now to go. The Little Cyclones have the length of the floor to go, and the pass knocked away there by Stocker. But Ames will inbound it once again with 2.1 seconds to go. Lincoln showing a little bit of press now here for this, just trying not to give up a long last-second shot. Taves has it. He's the man you want for the long shot. He puts one up at the buzzer. Oh! Awfully close indeed. Got the net, but didn't go through the hoop. We head to the fourth quarter. 1-point ball game. You're listening to Ames High Basketball. For the final 8 minutes of regulation between the Ames High Little Cyclones and the Lincoln High Rail Splitters of Des Moines. 35-36 your score. Lincoln trying to hold on to the upset. They lead by 1. Fondren. Lincoln working the ball around the perimeter. Phillips with it now to Fondren. Trying to extend that Ames defense out beyond the three-point arc. He's got Marsden on him all the way out of the arc. Now Phillips with it. In the corner to Newman. Newman puts it on the floor, gives it back to Stocker. Stocker now to Fondren. Lincoln certainly showing some patience on the offensive end as they get it back to Newman. Looking for Petting. Petting with the ball now back top of the key, being guarded by Mewey. He looks to drive, spins at the free throw line. His shot is short. Rebound. James Taves got up there to grab that rebound. Here comes Ames with the ball down by one. Jordan Gilmore thought about a hard pass inside and pulled up. And now the pass from Mewey is tapped out of bounds. It'll stay with Ames.
Situation there where you like to see your player ball fake before he makes that pass. Probably would have had a nice look at Ross Martin if he had made the ball fake.
Into the Lincoln Rail Splitter lineup. He's got 3 fouls. 18 fouls for Lincoln, just 4 for Ames. So they are definitely in the advantage in the free throw side of things. 35-36 your score. The Little Cyclones trail by 1. 7:10 to go in the ball game. Jordan Gilmore tries a long lob pass for Litweiler. He couldn't get to it, and the turnover goes back to Lincoln.
They're going to be pushing the ball inside, but probably shouldn't be pushing it to Nick Litweiler. Probably pushing it to somebody a little bit top.
Trying to get it to Litweiler on the weak side, but the pass was too tall. Now Eggers has it on the top of the key, gives it off to Stocker on the left side. Now to Newman. Newman puts the ball on the floor, being guarded by Litweiler. Now wants it back to Stocker. Lincoln in no hurry to work toward the basket. Probably won't until they get the ball in the hands of Petting, as they look to do now. As David Mewey, a great effort to try and get out there and steal the pass, but fell on the floor. And Petting able to drive in, but tried to pass the wraparound pass, threw it off the bottom of his own basket, and it goes out of bounds to Ames.
Good defensive move by Ross Martin there to seal off the baseline. He forced Petting into that move where all he could do was throw a bad pass.
And the turnover sends the ball back to the Little Cyclones. Jordan Gilmore with it. Trying to set up the half-court offense. Tays now coming off a screen, knocks down the 16-footer. First time they've been able to get a shot to James Tays here in the second half. And he makes the most of it, knocking down the long two. 37-36, giving Ames back the lead. 6 minutes to play in the ball game. A low-scoring affair between these two teams. As Stocker has it way outside the top of the key, gives it down to Petting. Petting is wearing David Mewey. Now Newman has it on the top of the key. Now to Stocker. Now back to Eggers. Eggers tries a long two over Marsden and knocks it down. Lincoln really doing a nice job of extending Ross Marsden and getting his presence out away from the basket and forcing him to guard around the perimeter. Jordan Gilmore now with the ball in the front court for Ames. He gives it to Mewey. Mewey back to Gilmore. Trying to get it inside to Marsden. Didn't like what he saw. Now pulls it back out. He gives it to Tays on the right wing. Tays now puts the ball on the floor, trying to shake off his defender. Lazy pass, almost taken away. Marsden now lobs it in underneath the Litweiler. Couldn't get it, but got his own follow. No good on the shot, but we do have a foul, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Lob inside to Litweiler. Stocker's third foul, so the foul's starting to mount a little bit for Lincoln. Litweiler's first free throw up and good.
Glad to have his physical presence back.
Litweiler's first point of the game with that free throw. He'll try to double his point total with the next foul shot. Litweiler gets it, puts it up, and good. 2 free throws there for Litweiler. He will take a seat. Austin Arnott checks back in. 39-38 your score. Little Cyclones leading by 1. 5:06 to go in the ball game. Stocker brings it up the court for Lincoln. Gives it off to Fondren on the left side. Now to Eggers. Eggers gets a look at a 3, too long, and bouncing couple big bounces off the back of the iron. Austin Arnott right there for the rebound.
That's what they like to have Austin Arnott do. He clears things out and makes a little bit of room for himself underneath there. He gets that rebound without any doubt. Vance
Downs calling for the Ames High motion offense. James Tays tries to come off a screen, get it. Now Mewey has it all alone, thought about a 3, didn't pull the trigger. Now gives it back to Gilmore. James Tays working like a madman to get open along the baseline, got the ball, and got it back to Gilmore. Tays really working hard away from the ball to try and get loose and look at a jump shot. Now Marsden has it, gives it back to Tays on the left wing. Now back to Gilmore. Gilmore puts the ball on the floor, drives in with the left hand, tough shot, no good, rebound to Petting. Here comes Stocker now back into the Lincoln High offense. Calls out the offense, gives it off to Edmondson on the left side. Edmondson to Eggers. Looking for something inside to Petting. Petting didn't like it. And now Petting gets a screen that comes up top of the key. David Mewey still doing a nice job on Eggers. He's got just a little bit of his hand on the jump shot. Petting will go to the line to shoot 2.
Got a little bit of it, but Mewey doing a fantastic job slipping screens and getting around.
Some looks, as he has limited him here in the second half. First free throw up and good from Petting. But he is earning it tonight, being guarded by David Ewing. Second free throw from Petting, rattles in. He now has 15 and gives the Rails back a 1-point lead, 39-40. Ames trails it by 1, under 4 minutes to go here in regulation. We are heading down to a tight finish of this ball game. Newey gets the ball, coming off a screen. He pulls up for a 15-footer, short, but able to, not get his own rebound. Tapped around, but now Stocker has it. Newey has it in a scrub on the floor, and a heads-up timeout called from the bench by Vance Downs as this player had the ball down on the floor.
This is going to cost him a full timeout because by my count, Ames did not have...
4 for Ames along with David Newey, Austin Arnaud, James Tees, and Ross Marsden, the starting 5 on the floor for the Little Cyclones. Gilmore now has it and keys it, ready to get it back in bounds. He's looking for Tays, but can't get it to him. Gets it to Newey, now back to Gilmore. Really wanted to get that inbounds pass to James Tays coming off a screen, but couldn't find him. So Jordan Gilmore resets the offense. Gives it back to Newey. Newey now looking for Tays again, can't get loose. Now to Gilmore. Gilmore back to Tays. They are wearing James Tays out, trying to run the baseline. Inside to Marsden with the left hand, good.
He is working his behind off, trying to get free to get a look at the basket.
And drawing a lot of attention from the defense then, and they kind of fell asleep and enabled Ross Marsden to get an easy look at a basket and give Ames back the lead. 41-40, 3 minutes left in the ball game. Austin Arnaud now guarding Eggers. Eggers gives it back to Edmondson. Now Petting will put it on the floor, being guarded by Newey. Thought about a shot, gave it up to Eggers. Eggers now to Stocker. Back to Edmondson to Petting. Petting holds, drops it off for Eggers. He got an open look at a shot and hit it.
But Eggers might be the one that takes this thing away from him.
He's got 8 points now and gives Lincoln back the lead. Austin Arnaud got screened off a little bit off the defender there. Did the defender. And Eggers got open for a look. Tays now has it, gets it inside to Ross, working against the double team, lays it up and in. Nice move by Marsden.
What they're going to need in the last 2 minutes is they're going to take advantage of this opportunity from all around.
And a seesaw affair brewing. Now back to a 1-point lead for Ames, 43-42. Coming up on 2 minutes to go in the ball game. Petting gets a look at a 3 off the screen, drops it. Smooth shot by Petting gives Lincoln back to 2-point lead. Now Gilmore with it in the front court for Ames. Gilmore looking for someone to get open off the Ocean offense. Now they've got Tays loose. Tays 3-pointer right side short. And the rebound taken back by Edmondson. They finally got a look to James Tays, but he left it just a little bit short coming off the screen. We're down to a minute and a half in regulation. Lincoln with the ball in the 2-point lead, 45-43. We saw a huge upset in game 1 of our doubleheader tonight. Lincoln looking for this sizable upset in game 2. We got a foul coming up now on Jordan Gilmore as he reached in. Just his second, the 6th team foul. Last foul to give for Ames.
Well, another good foul right there to stop the clock, especially if they had one to give. Even though the Cyclones are really going to have to start hacking at them right now.
Phillips gets it in bounds to Eggers. Eggers wearing Austin Arnaud. Now gets it back out to Stocker. Stocker being guarded by Tays to Edmondson. Edmondson has Marsden all over him, about 25 feet away from the basket. They now get to Petting as we come up on a minute 10 to play. Lincoln with the ball in the 2-point lead. Eggers puts it on the floor, being guarded by Arnaud. Pulls it up for Phillips. Phillips back to Petting, puts it on the floor, back to Eggers. Boy, they are milking this possession here. Ames might have to think about fouling sometime here pretty soon. We're under a minute to play now, down to 50 seconds. And Lincoln gives it up. Phillips came off the screen, caught the pass, bounced it off his knee, and lost it out of bounds. Ames now trying to make this a costly turnover for Lincoln. Coming up on 40 seconds to play. Ames with the ball, down by 2. Gilmore with it on the right side. And we got a foul away from the ball, and it's going to be an offensive foul on Ross Marsden.
Amazingly, the big man's first foul of the game.
And we're going to go down to the line and shoot 1 and 1. So it could be a costly one just the same. The 7th team foul of the Little Cyclones. The foul away from the ball. They will shoot free throws. Edmondson to the line to shoot 1 and 1. 37.2 seconds to go in down by 2. First free throw. No good, and nobody on the line to rebound for Lincoln. They're back in defense, so the rebound taken away by Ames with the ball down by 2. And they have just called their final timeout of the game. We'll take it with them. We're listening to 4 seconds remain in regulation. Ames High has the ball down by 2 in a low-scoring affair. Lincoln looking for the upset. 43-45 is your score, and another timeout called right away by Lincoln. That's a full timeout. We will keep it here for this one. 31.4 seconds to go, and Lincoln, that is, looking for the upset in game 2. The possession error also favors Lincoln as we reset things for them. Gilmore gets it inbound to Taves. Back to Gilmore, and they are going to work it around maybe for trying to set up a shot. Arnaud now has the top of the key. Gilmore looking inside, now gets it to Taves. Taves tries a 3. Top of the key, ribs out, no good, rebound, knocked out, now foul. Rebound, a lot of action, players hitting the floor there. David Mewey looks like he's coming up dazed, but Lincoln controls the rebound, and they were fouled right away by Ross Marsden. They'll come down and shoot a 1-and-1 with just 13 and a half seconds left. That ball batted around, and a lot of players are on the floor.
Excellent job, in my opinion. When the foul occurred, they got in there quickly and made sure on hand.
Couldn't see what happened with all the flying bodies there. Edmonton free throw, no good. So the Little Cyclones stay alive. They have the ball down 2 with 10 seconds to go. Gilmore brings it into the front court. Gives it to Taves, now down to 7 on the clock. 6, down to 5. Arnaud with the ball, driving on the lane, almost lost it, pulls up, 12-footer, no good.